Hi all, and welcome to this week's racing-based preview. We've got a massive week of Group 1 racing ahead of us. 5 big ones coming up, so let's get straight into it. I'm joined by my Sydney-based colleague and bettingpro.com.au form analyst, Rick Chapman. Rick, how's things, mate?
Yeah, good. Very good. Can't wait for the weekend. Sport everywhere, top class, grand finals everywhere, Group 1s, fantastic.
Yeah, massive week of sport, Rick, and racing in particular as well. So let's get stuck into Moonee Valley Friday night, the Group 1 Moir Stakes, cracking sprint race. Who's going to win?
Well, who's going to win? Okay, straight to the point. I think Extreme Choice will win. Not at all surprised to see Chat come flying between runners and claim them all. The pace is going to be an absolute cracker. I've noticed bloggers online for the last 3 or 4 days of trying to work out who will lead. I think it's fairly simple. Ball of Muscle will lead, but Red Zell's going to be right up there as well. Heatherly's got to come across. And I really think that suits Extreme Choice because he doesn't have to lead. He can just slot in behind them in about 5th or 6th, one up the fence. I just don't know whether old Buffering's legs will get him to the front early or at any stage of the race. Chatak will be out smoking his pipe. They turn the corner. The leaders will start getting tired and Extreme Choice will come whooshing. I think he's a very special horse. And Chat will come flying late, but I just don't think with the weights that he's going to get him. And Extreme Choice is mine. I'm already on at $5.20, so let's cheer the young horse home.
Okay, Extreme Choice for you, Rick. And like you said, speed battle. Geez, I can't remember seeing so much speed in one race, to be honest, with so many potential leaders. And I think fitness being key here. Red Zell's led twice over 1100. I think he can afford to absorb a bit of pressure up front, and I can't see him getting at least further back than straight behind the leader if he doesn't lead himself. So he'll be right there. Buffering, sensational in that recent trial where he nearly broke the track record in the trial. But with that cracking speed, I'm definitely with Chautauqua. If they fly along like they should, he will get the last crack at him. He is the world's best sprinter and he can get the cash. So short price fave, but I'm sticking with Chautauqua.
Yeah, as I said, not at all surprised to see him swamp them. If it was 1,200 metres, he's a dead set certainty, but 1,000, he might be half a stride behind him at the finish. But just so looking forward to that race tonight. Yeah,
it'll be a beauty, so I can't wait. All right, Extreme Choice for you, Chautauqua for me. Let's get on to Saturday's racing at Randwick, Rick. 3 Group 1s. Let's kick off with the Flight Stakes. Who's your top pick there?
It's a one-act affair. Yankee Rose wins and wins for fun. Already got $1.95 after the scratching of Ome's sword. She's just too good. She's just too good. And again, you go to bloggers online and they say, "Oh, she beat nothing in the autumn," but she didn't. That's not quite true. She beat Group 1 horses and she beat them very, very easily. I thought it was a disgraceful ride and a disgraceful tactics last start, but what it did was fit her right up for this race, and she sits off a fairly solid pace because 2 of them will go forward in this race. She sits back about 3 lengths off a good pace and she just swamps them and wins running away. Starlight Glow for second.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, Rick, on the shocking ride part. I know David Van Dyke said, she over-raced out in front, so we just sort of let her slide, and I'm not buying into that at all. Not for 1 second did I see Zach Purton try and restrain her. He pushed her out to go to the front. It was simple as that. When your arms are moving forward, you're pushing your horse's neck out, you're not trying to restrain it, so I don't see where that came from. But anyway, I do love Yankee Rose. I tipped her last start. The run was still good considering. But, I'm going for another here, Rick. I'm going for Chris Waller's Awoke. She hasn't got a crack at him the last 2 starts, and I just like the way she's prepped for this. Third up from a spell. Brendan Abdullah's been on the last 2 starts. Hasn't given her any chance. I don't think he'll be making any mistakes like that again. Third up. So at a bit of value, I'm going for Awoke.
Yeah, I was on her first up, and she just raced so dour that she's looking like she's an Oaks horse now, which might make this a little bit too short too, given that the race will be a cracker and the backmarkers are going to have to come home and will come home. And Yankee Rose has shown that she's got an electrifying finishing burst. So I've got Awoken for third, but I think there's a level. There's a tier between the two. One's top class Group 1 horse, and the other one's striving to be a Group 2 horse. But we'll soon see. Love it.
Yeah, and the form out of that race is with Frank as well, with Impending and Divine Prophet Rick. So it does look the stronger form race. It's just whether Yankee can bounce back to her best. If she does, I think she wins. But like I said, values swayed me, and I'll be on Wallers. So pity I made Sword isn't in the race, because I think she probably would have won this. But we'll see what she can do next campaign.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Rick. The Epsom, probably the biggest of the day. What's your topic there?
Just a classic vintage Epsom. I think it's a fantastic race this year. 13 runners, and it's cliche to say, but there's at least 12 really good chances. Really good chances. I changed my mind 5 times. In the end, I have to stick to what I've found to be a proven measure over the years, and that's weights and measures. And off weights, I think Torgerson can win. I backed him at $28 during the week, and I notice he's down to 21 now. But he just, to me, maps so well. He's going to sit behind a cracking pace. Fabrizio will go hard because that's the only hope he's got. And there's a couple of others who will try and sit in his slipstream. La Romaine will go forward, but that means Torgerson's going to be perfectly placed in about 5th or 6th behind them. And unlike last start, where he was slaughtered and 3 and 4 wide the whole way, and yet still came home, had the audacity to finish that race off over 1,400, he's going to be conserving energy. And I like him a lot, Torgerson. I think Bambra, for a number of the similar reasons, will be hard to beat too. The fact they've got no weights on their back, I really think that the bottom 4 are probably the best placed because of the weights. So taking that in consideration, Torgerson wins, providing Kathy can get him out. And that too is a sense of destiny for Kathy O'Hara, I think, to get a Group 1 win. He wins from Bambra, and I've been on Happy Clapper both starts this time up, and I don't think he's been meant to run boldly. So piecing that line of thought together, he'll run superbly this time, because this is the race he's aimed for. So that's my trifecta. Torgerson to win from Bambra and Happy Clapper.
Yeah, well, with Happy Clapper, Webster did say that he was behind the 8 ball a little bit. He wasn't as forward as he usually is in his campaign. So he can improve out of sight, Rick. But like you, down on the 50 kilo mark with yours, I'm going for the other one, the other lightweight chance, Fabrizio. To be honest, I think this is a special on the day, and I think he can win by 3 to 5 lengths. So that's how confident I am with him. Look at the time he ran last start. He beat Winks' time by 2 seconds on the same day, and that's obviously pace related. Not for a second am I saying he would have beaten Winks, but fact is he ran time. So, and you look at the time that he ran compared to other winners of this race, he's run faster time and he drops a lot more weight. So look at he's our man and Boban, previous winners of this race. They ran similar cracking races before the Epsom, dropped, I think, 1.5 kilos and 2.5 kilos. This horse dropped 7.5 kilos from that amazing win last start. So on weights, I think if he can replicate that last win, he doesn't have to improve on it. With that weight drop, he just wins and wins by space. So I'm hoping Waterhouse and Bott can weave a bit of magic here and get Fabrizio home.
Well, they do have a great record. I think Gay's got more winners in this race than anybody else. So you can't knock winning form.
Yeah, I think Gay's shooting for an 8th win in the race, Rick.
Yeah, and she's had a whole stack of placings too. I saw his win and I thought it was very impressive the day Winks won as well. He gutsed it out and he went fast early and he kept going. And that sort of form is hard to beat over the Renwick Mile, especially when they're trained at Renwick. My queries on class, though, I just don't know whether he's up to the class of this, because this is a strong field with horses that will finish off. The race the other day, he was up against horses who can't finish off as well as these guys. But on 50 kilos, with that Frenchman on board, he'll send him and sool him, and he likes to send them along too. So he'll certainly give you a great sight. Up over the rise, you'll still be in front.
That's right. And, the class is a good point, but I remember this maiden winner called Seamus Ward getting up in a Cox plate a while ago. So let's just hope that this horse that's, rated classes below can rise to the occasion and get a Group 1 win.
The difference there is Seamus had Group 1 form under his belt too. This horse hasn't. But anyway, we'll see. Yeah, you've got a good track record, so you're going to be on the horse will be in front for a long way.
Yep, especially with that weight drop. All right, mate, the staying race, the Metrop. How do you see that one playing out?
I sound like a broken record, but it's another great race. It's a superb Metrop. And Metrops have fallen away over the years, but gee, it's rebounded this year. We're going to see horses go deep into the spring coming out of this race. Again, weights and measures, and I love quick backups, so I'm on Allergic. $8 is a very good price. He's got 51.5. He showed tremendous fight in a fast run race last week and over this trip with a lot more weight. So again, taking the same theory you'll use for the Epsom. I think Allergic can sit behind them off his gate too, give the young apprentice his first Group 1 winner and win. But the money during the week has been for Who Shot the Barman, which surprised me a little because of the weight differential. Still, he's the class horse, so therefore he has to be hard to do a holdout. So I put him in as one of the placings, and I really love the way Sacred Master gathered them up and won the Newcastle Cup. And I know this is a lot easier, but he's got great form in New Zealand at Group 1 level over longer trips, and he seems very clean-winded and ready to really run well. So they're my three. Allergic to win from Sacred Master and Who Shot the Barman.
Okay, well, I'm following some similar form to your top pick, Allergic, Rick. I was on him last time when he won, and it was a bit of a grinding win. But you go back 2 starts ago, and he finished 3rd behind Sir John Hawkwood. He was 4th up from a spell, or 4th or 5th up, had fitness on his side, and he still couldn't get past that galloper who was first up. Now he's gone from the Van Dyke stable to Thompson's yard. Thompson said he was, he had plenty of room for improvement in his after that first up run. The owner and jockey Blake Spriggs have come out and said during the week they've never seen the horse looking better. So that's another indicator for mine. And like I said, with room for improvement, I think he has Allergic covered. So on that basis, and I was leaning to Allergic originally, I'm with Sir John Hawkwood, Rick.
Well, as I said in my comments leading up to this, and I've got him in the top 5, Sir John Hawkwood, because he's a class galloper. But I really wished he'd had one more start under his belt. He second up really worries me. He does meet Allergic a little bit worse at the weights too, but no surprise to see him win. And I'd love to see it for Blake. He's a provincial jockey who's got a chance to win a Group 1 and a good Group 1. So we shall see. But 2 horses in form and who'll be right in the money. And he loves Randwick too, Sir John Hawkwood.
Okay, and just in case we haven't got enough of Group 1 racing on Friday and Saturday, we've got some racing Sunday as well, the Turnbull Stakes. Hartnell looks a standout, Rick. I've already loaded up on him, and if he brings that Sydney form, can't see him being beaten. So you going elsewhere?
No, absolute certainty. Second best bet of the weekend, Hartnell. I've already backed him at 225. I can't believe they've put up odds against. He should be $1.60. He'll win by 7 lengths.
You would think so, wouldn't you? And interesting to note, he ran in the Turnbull last year. He was 3.5 lengths behind Complacent in the Chelmsford. And then was, like I said, 1.3 lengths off of Preferment in the Turnbull. So he's going much, much better this campaign. So you wouldn't be surprised to see him win by 5 or so like he has in his last couple. But if he wins by a millimetre, I'll be happy.
Yeah, he'll win by 7. He's a different horse. He potentially is about the best horse in the world when he's on, and I think he's on. Stealing money. Incidentally, the best bet of the entire weekend, I think, is Friday night at Moonee Valley, Rising Romance. been years since I've seen a horse better placed. So if we can get $2.90 or $3 her, well, you know, we're going to have a good weekend.
Yeah, I agree, Rick. I've already doubled that into Chautauqua as well and loaded up on her. And I said to you a few weeks ago when I spoke to Ben Hayes, they said they were leaving the blinkers off of her and leaving something up their sleeve. So blinkers go back on tonight. That's telling you she's ready to win. Her second up form wasn't great, which is why I dropped off last start. So I think ignore that, you know, that run that wasn't as good as her first up. Looks a bit of a special, I think. And Ben also said she was going to be served by, it was Written Tycoon she was going to. So if she's in foal now, which she was meant to be heading there straight after the Maccabi Diva, we might see that bit of added, you know, those hormones and stuff that kick in, Rick, and see him run a little bit better.
I think it's a certainty. And I think there's a few of them this weekend. There's a 2-year-old at Randwick tomorrow called Jorda. Exceptionally impressive barrier trial. And I think she's another one, be about $2.40. So we've got a good weekend. If my eye's in and the Sharks can get home on Sunday, and it's my birthday today, so all things, the stars are aligning to suggest this is going to be a weekend of magic for me.
I didn't realise that, Rick. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, well, hopefully a birthday present for you tonight, Rick, and you've picked a few winners at the Valley, and that can continue Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely. I'm going to the grand final on Sunday to watch the Sharks win their first ever premiership, and those tickets are pretty expensive, so I have to win just to pay for them.
Yeah, I can imagine they wouldn't be too cheap, mate. So, all right, good luck for the weekend, Rick, and enjoy the rest of your birthday. Hope you have a nice dinner or something planned with the family tonight.
Yeah, well, I hope the family treats me well, particularly my wife, so that's always going to be good to look forward to.
All right, good luck for the weekend. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you back next week.
Yes, pleasure talking to you. All the best, everyone. Good luck.